Love it or leave it.
Please welcome to the stage the very funny Ellington Wells.
Hello! Oh my God. Look at this mess. What's going on here? Who's in charge over here? I really want to start telling you my jokes, but I've been really stewing about something backstage. I sometimes nanny for a 5-year-old, and today he told me that I don't know what a neighborhood is. And at first I was obviously completely pissed off and wanted to strangle his little neck. I obviously know what a neighborhood is. But then I was in the car driving over here and I was like, wait a minute, what is the definition of a neighborhood? It's obviously it's like a hood where all your neighbors are. But we all know you can't define a word with. Anyway, that's what's on my mind, okay? I want to get something out of the way. I am mixed race. I don't want anyone worried about it, you know? It is the winter, okay? I get it. I'm kind of like a special mix though, okay? I'm the Meghan Markle mix. Which means my mom is black and gorgeous, and my dad is white, and no matter how successful I become, he's not coming to my wedding. So, it's a technical term. No, I'm so grateful for Meghan Markle. Mixed girl, coming out here, getting in the news. I hope she's always in the news for me to be able to talk about myself more. Before that, every Halloween, if I went to work without a costume on, people were like, oh, I get it, Rachel Dolezal. I'm not wearing a costume! I grew up, I'm really light skinned, but I grew up feeling really black. I grew up in Vermont. Has anyone ever been there? Has anyone here been there? Okay. So, when you went to Vermont, you clapped. You've been? When you went to Vermont, what did you do there? Snowboarding, yes. Exactly. And did you clap? Sorry, did you clap? You've been to Vermont? Yep. And what were you doing there? Hanging out on the lake. Another great camp. Another great example. So Vermont, if you haven't been, is technically a white safe space. It's kind of an easy way to remember it. It's if you want to do anything spiritually white, snowboarding, camping, socialism, Vermont. And I grew up with my mom, who is black. Cool. Cool for you to shout at me. And so I just grew up feeling really black. My mom and I, this is true. My mom and I were on the cover of the Burlington Free Press one time for celebrating Kwanzaa. Period. They were just look at these black people celebrating their heritage. Who taught them to do that? It's a full-page investigation. They were no, who's teaching them? Who? I grew up feeling really black, but now as I get older, I can feel the whiteness inside me getting stronger. Ooh. Pretty scary feeling. It's every other day now I find a new Fleetwood Mac song I like. I'm okay, there's kind of a lot going on here. There's a whole backstory. God, the other day this 5-year-old told me, he was can you spell traffic light for me? And I was TR, he's stop. I'm saying traffic light. I'm yeah, TR. He's traffic light. It's CH. I'm like, I'm done with your ass. Okay. You do your homework, not me. I'm doing dishes. God, I do find as a millennial, it is hard to not date a DJ. Anybody else? I'm having a very hard time. I was just like dating these guys. They were like, I would vet them. I'd be like, are you a DJ? They'd be like, no, I'm a music supervisor. I'm like, that doesn't feel right. I mean, obviously, calm down. Like, calm down for a second. If you are stressed about what I'm saying about DJs, I'm only talking about white men. Because if you're a person of color and you make a beat, you're a producer. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. Those are the rules. I don't make them. Kanye West does, and I just follow them. I just follow the rules. No, I don't know. I haven't dated in a while, though. I stopped dating for like 2 years. Did you know that if you're bad at something, you can just stop doing it? I was like, I don't have to do this. So I stopped doing it. But I am wondering, like, people who are dating, are there still DJs out there, like, in the mix? Yeah. Really? So what you're telling me is that they went into quarantine for 2 years, and all they could do was think about what they're doing, and they still came out a DJ? Go back in there! Come out with an engineering degree, for Christ's sake. I stopped dating for 2 years, and so it's been kind of crazy because I love it, highly recommend, but my friends are kind of annoyed with me because I don't really have a lot to say to them when we hang out. They're like, what's new with you? I'm like, my laundry takes forever? I don't know. My laundry takes a really long time. Does anyone else have that problem? Like, laundry is too long? I realized that my laundry takes a long time because I have so many socks. And I have so many socks because my stepdad, Rick, gets me socks every Christmas from Costco. I'm like, okay, I still have the socks from last year, bud. They make them pretty good now. You've known me since I was 3. Maybe you could learn one thing about my personality. Get me a gift based on that. I don't know. Oh, you guys love Rick? What are you, my mom? Rick is a bad dude, okay? I'm gonna tell you 3 reasons why Rick's a bad dude. Okay, 1. When Rick came out to visit me in LA, I took him to Sugarfish, which is a fancy sushi restaurant. I like to pretend I'm fancy. And he pretended like he didn't know what edamame was. I'm like, you know what it is, Rick? You buy it from Costco. 2, I went home recently, and I walked into the living room, and I found him on my computer. He's like, what are you doing, Rick? Why are you on my computer? He's like, oh, I'm looking for games. I'm like, what year is it? 3, he cheats. Yeah. Not on my mom, but at puzzles and stuff. I bet you didn't even know you could cheat at a puzzle. At the beginning of the puzzling, he takes a piece, puts it in his pocket, so he can be the last one to finish the puzzle. He's a son of a bitch! And that motherfucker imprinted on me. Can you believe that? Now I'm dating DJs and no. No, I date men and women. I mean, oh, big surprise. Nobody's gasping at that. I look like I run a mommy, and me softball league. Everybody knew. Everybody already knew that. But I can't. If anyone even thinks bisexual at me, I'm gonna freak out. I can't do that term anymore. It just doesn't mean anything anymore. to me. It's like the only thing bisexual means is that you're wearing baggy clothes, but you're hinting at a tiny waist. Like, that's it now. Like, Rachel Dolezal came out as bi. We can't be using the term anymore. It's gone, it's done. You know? And it's crazy to me, like, I don't even think, like, it's not even a big deal to be, like, bisexual. Like, who cares? Like, every, like, straight guy that I've ever met, really, is like, there's always one guy that they're like, oh, I wouldn't kick him out of bed. You guys heard that? You know, they're always like, oh, Harry Styles, I wouldn't kick him out of bed. I'm like, what are you talking about, Rick? You're in a committed relationship with my mom. Thanks, guys. I'm Ellington Wells. Have a great night.